Hey guys, welcome to Real Estate with Ryan. I'm Ryan Coleman with Hometown Realty as your host. As always, every Saturday, we try to give you the up-to-date information on the real estate market, and so glad to have you join us on this Saturday. We got a good show for you today. April couldn't be there. She is busy helping some clients and just staying busy as we approach the fall market. Really hard to believe that in just a couple weeks, it's football time in East Tennessee, and we're super excited. You guys make sure that if you listen to us every week, we're going to start giving away some tickets on social media, and we're going to do them in the radio station as well. So, guys, I want to make sure you're in it to win it. So it's very easy. So if you guys are listening to us around town, make sure you like and subscribe to our Facebook and social media pages. That's where we give away all our tickets. So again, make sure you're on there, and we'd love to see you guys at the ball games. We're doing some cool stuff this year, so super excited about football time. Just makes me want to give away tickets. I know me and April, we did that last year a little bit and had fun doing it. Some people that have never went to a game or didn't have time, and it was just a good time. That's what's so special about East Tennessee in the fall is taking a little time and going to the game and spending a little family time. That's a good opportunity for that. So guys, busy week here in the real estate market. I've got some congratulations, as always. I want to bring those to you. Congratulations to Trails End. They just went under contract. So excited for them. We've got a property out there in Ridge Park. That time this goes aired live, we will be closing. Congratulations to her. Contract on 1425 Old Newport Highway in Sevierville. 2 days on the market, sold. So we're super excited about that. Contract on Rock House Road. Out there in Pioneer, sold that property. Seller's super excited. Congratulations to them. We have some more congrats here. April usually does this. Oh, congratulations to a commercial property that we sold in La Follette. And so excited to put that under contract. A couple new listings that we've got here. 575 Russell Road. Beautiful property out there in Sharps Chapel. Something that you want to look forward to. Also got a new listing, 314 Paint Rock Road in Kingston. That actually is working on an offer. 2 days in the market. A lot of interest in that property, and that's going to be sold, unfortunately. Very popular property there. New listing on Lakeside Road in Von Orr. Lakefront property. Definitely want to look at that. Beautiful building lot out here in Walland. Custom dream home. We're listed at $349,950. Make sure you check that out. Over 6 acres. New condo that we've got out here in Boulder Crest Lane in Sevierville at $324. Definitely don't want to see that one. It's a must see. I think that's all I've got on the new listing inventory and pendings for this week. Been busy here. So every week we try to have a new topic that we want to bring you something different, kind of keep you up to date with the real estate market, housing market in general, and wanted to think about a topic. And as we're going to midterm elections, and we've got so much going on, we talk about the economy and what's going on, where are we at in the real estate market. I want to talk about where our future is going. And so today's show is busting the myth about the housing affordability crisis. So is the housing going up so high that nobody can afford it? So we're going to talk about that today, really where we're at in the market and where we've been back since 2000. So I've got some articles here that were talking about the housing affordability crisis. And the biggest challenge that we're facing in real estate right now is there's a rental market. There's a lot of people that are going to the rental market that do not want to own for whatever reason, or it's just so expensive. I know some of the challenges that we have for our buyers now in this market is they're just affordability in housing seems challenging. You know, the new construction is, skyrocketing. The resales are up there. So that takes a lot of people out of the market. But wanted to talk about where we were in the last 10 years. Everything goes in cycles in real estate. It goes, we usually come on a 6-year cycle in real estate where you see the market go really, really strong or have some challenges, possible recession, and then it seems to correct itself. One of the articles that we're talking about talks about basically the affordability in the process. The current mortgage rate is a major component to the affordability equation. Mortgage rates have fallen by over a full percentage point since December 2018. Another major piece of affordability is the buyer's income. And family income has risen by 3.5% over the last year. So it always comes down to opportunities that, we'll talk more about this in the show, is really if consumers are confident with what they're doing, income and jobs or have opportunity, then you're seeing people can afford more. And that usually means they're going to spend more. The National Association of Realtors did a survey and kind of a case study that we're using. And it talks about comparing the housing market of 2009 all the way to 2015. And we had a graph and a chart on that, and I'll put that, on my website as well for you to look at that at ryancoleman.org. But we're talking about that when we compare the red graphs from 2009 to 2015, that the green bar now, as of present, in the housing markets versus the crash when we had a lot of the foreclosures, distressed properties, and short sales that were saturating the market, and they sold for massive discounts, they're actually more affordable today. The highest point of the index was 197, and we're at 152 today. It also shows, which is very, very encouraging about the market, is that a percentage of the family's income in today's housing market is 16.5%. So 16.5%, guys, if you're purchasing a home or understanding the market, know that 16.5% of your income is used to qualify. So a percentage of your income to qualify for a home loan is the lowest it's been in a long time. The historic norm is 21.2. Now, part of that talks about the falling interest rates and the slowing of home prices and appreciation has happened over the last 18 months. And so some of that all kind of comes into play. But job growth, people confident in earning more money, is allowing them to purchase higher priced houses and actually qualify for less income because they're living within their means. They're buying affordable. They're buying smart. Part of the article also goes in and talks about the home appreciation. Indeed, in the rate of annual home price growth has declined over the last 15 months. So we're seeing the 30-year fixed interest rates have actually helped ease some of the pressure. And the outlook really is looking good. Despite the average home price rising by more than $12,000 since November, today's lower fixed interest rates have worked out to about $108 a month lower on your payments. So if you have increased buying power and prospective home buyers are looking to purchase an average home priced, it's equivalent of 15% higher priced. Article also starts talking about it, that the 30-year fixed rate declines just a fraction more, that the consumer house buying power would reach its highest level in 20 years. That's pretty interesting to say. I know I talk with a lot of my clients and kind of where their outlook is and what's going on in the market and where they see it. And a lot of our feedback in the market is that consumers are confident in purchasing. The market is doing well. Sellers are getting a good opportunity. Now every market's different. Every suburb is different. But overall, across the U.S., they're getting a great opportunity, and they're seeing real estate move at record paces, which is encouraging. One of the biggest things I think to think about, and when you relate to that, and we'll kind of go in more in the second half as we talk about that, a lot of the real estate market where buyers or consumers kind of plays into the news media, right? So when we go back to 2009 to 2015, a lot of the excitement or energy with, obviously there was some challenging in the market, but it was kind of, if you turned on the news, if you remember back to 2009, 2015, it was kind of all doom and gloom, that the market was going to decline, that the depression was going to come back. I think they were talking about the food lines were going to be here. It was really bad. And what happens when you get the real estate market or any in the market general, when people are not confident and jobs are being lost, we lose consumer confidence. And when you get into consumer confidence, me and April always talk about that here on the show. If you're not confident that you'll have your job, you're definitely not going to commit to a 30-year mortgage. You're not going to go out here and make the job transfer or relocate. You're going to restrict. And when the market restricts, it's never a good thing. Rates are higher. It doesn't matter what the interest rates are. If people are not purchasing and not excited about that, then they won't buy. And then that's kind of what the real estate market's all about. It's a buyer and a seller. We need two to tango. And that can be challenging if you're trying to sell or need to sell your home and the buyers aren't there and that consumer confidence isn't there. We're going to go on this break and make sure you stay with us on the second half of Real Estate with Ryan. We're talking more about consumer confidence, how that plays in the real estate market, and what you need to know in selling your home in the fall in 2019. You're listening to Real Estate with Ryan. Thank you guys so much.
When it comes to the real estate market, turn to the experts that focus on you. With over 20 years experience, Ryan Coleman with Hometown Realty knows what it takes. It's the right marketing. It's the right exposure. Ryan and April will use their expertise each step as they guide you through the home buying and selling process. Ultimately, it's about results.
You need someone you can trust that is committed to you.
You have a lot of choices, but the choice is simple. It's Hometown Realty.
Your friend promised we wouldn't be homeless.
He promised. He's doing everything to fix it.
You need to call and have him fix it now.
Hey, man.
Found us a house.
No, not yet. Let me call you back. We're working on it.
Ryan Coleman with Hometown Realty.
He says he's doing the best he can do, honey.
Well, he's taken too long. I knew we should have gone with Ryan Coleman.
Choosing the right agent is never easy.
Call your hometown experts. We'll take care of all the details and make sure you don't get stuck in a motel. Hey, thank you guys for tuning back into Real Estate with Ryan. I'm Ryan Coleman again as your host, and we were talking on the other side of the break. We're talking about the market and the myths of the housing affordability market actually being to a point where consumers could not even afford a housing. So we're trying to debunk that myth and kind of what the real facts are and what's going on and how that really tied into consumer confidence. Before we kind of get into that topic, I want to just remind you guys that voting for Best of Knoxville is out now. It's on our website at ryancoleman.org, on Facebook and everywhere. So make sure if you guys are out, give us a vote. It really means a lot. We appreciate it winning it the last couple of years, and we encourage your support for everything that we do here. Without you guys, none of this is possible. We thank you so much for the opportunity every week to bring you Real Estate with Ryan and talk to you about the Knoxville and surrounding markets. And I hope you enjoy the content that we put out and all of our present clients, past clients. Thank you so much for all of your support. And your vote means a lot. So just want to tell you guys we're good till voting, I think September 4th. So if you're out around on our page, make sure you give us a vote. It means the world to us. So as we're talking about the consumer confidence and why that's important, and as I was talking on the other side of the break, back in 2009, 2015, that was the challenge in the market is consumers were not sure if they were going to be employed. They did not want to make across the state moves. Employers were not doing relocations. It was challenging. So when the market restricts, it really impacts where we're at. And I know if you watch the news too much, you could watch it one day and the next day the Dow's plummeting to 800 and I've got a friend coming in saying the recession's coming. And you got to be careful what you're watching and getting involved with that every day. Know that the real estate market is always going to have cycles. We're going to have our ups and our downs, kind of in life. And just got to understand where we're at in that season, how to be prepared. We always talk on this show how important it is to buy smart, whether you're buying investment or you're buying your forever home or it's your first time home. I just got off the phone with some great clients that were referred to me, and it's their first home. Super excited. I'm a firm believer of what we do in our business, that buying a home is not just an investment. It's a family-changing dynamic. From renting, there's a market and a time for that, but there's something special about owning your own home, having those times of family, a lot of memories that you just won't have. And yes, you can have those in rental, but there's just something powerful about having your own home and calling it home. And home ownership, I think, relates not only to your spouse, but your kids and just proud of the area and community. So we really support that and so proud to help people during that process. The challenge on the consumer confidence, what we were talking about, is that now consumer confidence is at an all high time. Is that right? A high time. You never know what you'll get up here in Real Estate with Ryan with me in here. See, I need April, my sidekick, to keep me straight. But what we were talking about is with that consumer confidence, what does that relate in the market? And how does that mean here in 2019 that they're going to purchase and keep the things going? I think you see with the feds now, more specifically, that the interest rates at adjustments and the 30-year mortgage, that those have helped keep the market moving. Like any good thing, those things may not last forever. One of the common misconceptions that come across is, Ryan, in the market, a lot of people try to time the market and they say, well, we just may wait. I wanted to give you an example on a chart of waiting and what that does for you. Let's say that you're a move-up buyer, and we have a lot of buyers in that $400,000 to $600,000 range. And if you're purchasing about $500,000 and the interest rate is 3.8, okay, and your principal and interest payments are about 23-21. Today, that market would be that payment. If you waited to let's say the last quarter of 2020 and the mortgage was 521 or had rose a little bit, interest rate is at only 4.2, not a lot, not a big raise. Your actual payment per month would be $215.43. So that was kind of eye-opening. Now, $200 is not a lot of money, but on a lot of families and budgets in that price range, so it doesn't pay to wait. The biggest challenge is finding maybe not the interest rate as much, but available houses that are available in the market to find. Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae had a survey, and that came out just not long ago, and it talked about the share of Americans who say it's a good time to buy across increase from last year. So that was pretty positive. And then the share also said in the survey that it's a good time to sell has actually increased from last year. And then also in the survey that they contacted, numerous Americans said they're not concerned about losing their job over the next 12 months. Now, not getting into political, but that's a lot different than we've been in the prior years. And so that consumer confidence is now relating to the marketplace and also helping on the real estate market actually selling. That decrease was by 16 points difference from the same year. So that's a big adjustment. Many of the Americans say that the mortgage rates will go down over the next 12 months. And that's 24 percentage points difference there. This is not long after Freddie Mac announced the 30-year rate had just fell to its lowest level in a couple of years. Bottom line, consumer confidence, favorable mortgage rates, expectations are exceeding. I think the consumers appear that have shaken off the slump, and therefore they're projecting that the real estate market, the consumers feel good about it. And since not all Americans are worried about losing their jobs, mortgage rates near all-time low, and I believe it's a good time to buy, the housing market remains strong, projecting the rest of the year here for 2019. So I see a lot of growth, a lot of opportunity in the marketplace that we see that consumers are still feeling that it's a great opportunity to sell or purchase in the marketplace. The rates go up, rates go down, but historically, we haven't seen these rates in a long, long time. And I think that also the consumer confidence of the employment market also are keeping us at an opportunity time. So that's my take on the real estate market, consumer confidence, busting the myth about affordability. Hope that helps you some. I want to talk about a couple things here. We mentioned about the Best of Knoxville. We talked about this week and kind of has been a busy, busy week. Kind of personal note for me and my family. April wasn't here today. So we're expecting our second child in February. So if you see April here and out, she's obviously working, being very busy, but also that first trimester and everything going on. So she's got a little bit of that nausea and not feeling the best. So we're super, super excited about that. And since you guys are the first to know, it's going to be a boy. So we already have a girl, a little young girl. You've seen Kinsley on the show, and we have a boy coming. So we are super excited and blessed about that, and couldn't be a better time in the Coleman household. So thank you guys so much for all your support. Like to talk about a little bit about a client that we just helped on Alyssa Berry. This was a property that was on the market from a seller, and she lives out of town in Georgia. Had it on the rental market for a while, and she was just really ranting and raving and gave us a lot of compliments. And I just want to talk about her experience and really the opportunity when you pick an agent, how important that is. So she had a rental company here in town that we can relate with, and just really didn't do a good job on managing the property and keeping her up to date. And it's very hard when you're out of the state and can't check on the property. The house went vacant. We got involved. She reached out to us, and we came in and not only got the repairs that weren't done, took care of all the situations. We had several issues on the home inspection, took care of those with our vendors, gave a great service, and ultimately sold it in about 2 weeks. What was important about that was, Ryan, that we have that success story. Every time on the radio, we're talking about those success stories. And she was like, I'm so thankful for your advice and all the advice that your team has done for me and to help walk us through this problem. The reason it's so special is that she lost her mother during the sale, and we were able to handle all of that for her at a very tough time. So congratulations to my team and us and everything like that. And so thankful that everybody pulled together and helped our great client. As always, time runs short. Thank you for listening to Real Estate with Ryan. Every Saturday, you can watch us right here on social media or listen to us on the radio. If you need us for anything, it's 693-SOLD or ryancoleman.org. Make sure you guys are out and about. Make sure you vote us for Best of Knoxville. Your vote means the world. And don't forget to, if you missed this show, you'll catch us live on Facebook streaming. You guys have a wonderful weekend, and we look forward to seeing you next week on Real Estate with Ryan.